Hello Leo, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, here to do your weekly reading for Sunday the 30th through to Saturday the 5th of January. Firstly, let me say thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I'm so happy to have you all on board. I love doing these readings and I truly, really do mean that. I do. If you would like to buy or purchase a reading from me or donate to my channel, everything is always underneath in the box, so you can find what you need there. If you're unsure about something, I'm more than happy for you to email me so I can answer your questions. If you are interested, I do have a Facebook page and I do encourage you to go over there because that's where I do my giveaways. It's a bit difficult to do them on YouTube, so I'd rather do them through my Facebook page at the Aussie Goddess. You can access my web page at www.theaussiegoddess.com and my instant go at the Aussie Goddess. I'm also on Twitter as the Aussie Goddess. And, oh, the tower. Dun, 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 dun. And LinkedIn. I think that's everything. So I'm pretty much everywhere. Have been on those things for many years. I was a slow mover with the whole YouTube thing. Now, I am using the Pagan Tarot, which people have been telling me they love. So it's by Lo Scarabeo. So if you're looking for it, that's what it is. Okay, so we have out here the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands in the traditional tarot talks of putting up boundaries and ensuring that you have good boundaries with people. Very different in this card here because they look like they're casting a spell on the car to get the car moving. So I'm not quite sure why it relates to the Nine of Wands in this one. Maybe someone can get the idea of that and let me know. But the Nine of Wands is about, you know, having really good healthy relationships with people, and in order to do that, being able to stay up front what your expectations are and what their expectations are. Okay, so the first card out is the Eight of Swords. Someone else got this first card out too. This is about being trapped in your thoughts and feelings. Now, I do note that there's a man and woman's hand in front of you here. So if that has significance to you, that has significance to you. But this is about being blinded to a truth here and not being able to see your way forward. So the swords are your thoughts, but you're unable to escape them because you're refusing to see the truth. You're bound and tied and blindfolded. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles coming out next. So the Queen of Pentacles could be someone you're dealing with at the moment. It's quite interesting actually, isn't it? This is about a person who could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But it's also about being down to earth, being true to yourself, being grounded, being organised, perhaps sometimes being a little focused on your money. This can be a person you're dealing with, but it could be the energy you're taking on at the moment, Leo. And then we have the High Priestess. Now, this talks about your intuition. It talks about secrets here. So I feel like I can actually feel this reading unfolding here. So I'll let it go a couple more cards before I recap. But this is about using your intuition, really understanding the role of your intuition. The Four of Swords is coming out here. Now, the Four of Swords is about taking time out to understand your thoughts. For a lot of you, this would talk of... Oh, sorry, I have the biggest sneeze. I was trying to stifle it for you so it didn't deafen you. This is about meditation, taking time out to really get into your own mind and work out, or taking time out to get out of your own mind, whichever is what you are doing here, but taking time out to really understand your thinking patterns. Can also be sometimes to do with surgery and hospitalization as well, but I don't see any cards that really signify that here. We have the Three of Cups here. Now, the Three of Cups is about, generally, about celebration. But I'm thinking this reading, it's not. It's third-party involvement. Okay, so next we have the Six of Swords. Beautiful card. This is about moving away from something that no longer serves you. You've got your swords in the boat. You've got your thoughts and your feelings with you. You've made a decision and you're moving forward here. Unlike the other cards, like the Eight of Cups, where you could go back, this always means you can't go back here. And in this particular card, you can see where they've come from is burning down. I always think this is the final thing. This is moving away from something altogether. Okay, and then we have the Devil card coming up here. Now, you know, with the Devil card, I have so many talks on the Devil card because I think it's an amazing card. It talks about the ego, talks about codependency, too much of something, addiction, obsession. It talks about needing to move away from this and heal. It's actually really beautiful. I need to take a really, really good look at this card because it is really good, like really beautiful card. She's got two people in spirit with her there. So I think that they're implying that they might be spirit guides. So maybe it's about you relying on, especially with intuition here, relying on your higher self rather than, and your spirit guides rather than your human earthly addictions. Okay, so we have the Justice card coming out here. And the Justice card, as you know, is about equal give and take. It's about levelling up the scales here and bringing into balance what's gone on before. And then we have the Judgment card. Rightio, definitely in on this one. A lot of major arcanas here, Leo. Now, I want you to remember this reading is only a general reading because some people do ask me questions and I think you have to understand I'm reading for, what, 7,000 people, probably more really because the 7,000 people have subscribed. I don't know how many people have watched. So sometimes the energies will flip-flop too, so it's no good getting upset if you think that I'm talking about your energy. When I watch things sometimes I think, nah, that's the other person, not me. And that's okay. I truly understand that people are reading from what's been given to them in information. Some of this is about your interpretation and how you take this on board. Funnily enough, people don't mind putting the thumbs down when something doesn't resonate, but maybe it just wasn't your reading. Okay, so what we have here for Leo. We have the Nine of Wands here, which talks about having healthy boundaries. You know, setting... sorry, now I've sneezed, my nose keeps running. Having healthy boundaries, being able to understand your limits, your personal limits, where they finish and the other person's start. Very healthy boundaries. Now, I feel like you may have a relationship or you may have known a Queen of Swords, a Queen of Pentacles in the past, so the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Now, I feel like you've been doing some soul searching. Again, remembering energies flip-flop. There's a lot of soul searching going on here and understanding. I feel this is codependent energy or addiction. Could have been you were addicted to something in the past. And what I'm telling you is that you've moved away from this now. So if it was an addiction you had, you were able to get away. Now, there's third-party involvement here now. And I feel like you want to, now you've straightened your life out, you want a second chance with someone. There's something that needs to be straightened out here that's karmic. So either you had a relationship with the Queen of Pentacles in the past or an earth sign, and you want to return to them, but you have a relationship here that you want to move away from. But you're making a decision to go back to the past here to revisit that. Now, if it's not you, then it's the other person doing this, and it's still possibly an earth sign. It's a very strong person here, and it does feel like female. So if you're the female in this reading as a Leo, it could be that someone else is doing this for you. It could also be that when I talk about judgment and justice, I do mean someone from your past. If you don't want someone back from your past, that's all well and fine. You are able to tell them no. So there's no need to write it down there. I know that already. I'm reading what Spirit's given me here. What I need to say to those of you who left someone in the past for whatever reason and moved on with someone new, they have realised that they've done the wrong thing. This person has gone through a lot of soul changes here to really get into their intuition, to work with this addiction, to be able to move forward here. Now, for me, this is about whether it's you or the other person, Leo, flip-flopping here. The person is having trouble coming forward here because I think they did the wrong thing in the past. And I think they're having trouble moving in to say they're sorry or to rectify this. because of this Eight of Swords. They're bound to this. They could be bound to the relationship they have and unable to see in front of them as well. But I can tell you now, there's someone else in this person's past that they need to either apologize to or speak a truth to. Whether or not this is romantic or not romantic, this is definitely the feel here that someone in your past needs some justice. You need to make justice. You've gone away and left something without rectifying it. Okay, and then we have the Ten of Cups up the front. So definitely a good result here for Leo or your counterpart, whichever way round it goes. Definitely moving forward on something, making the choice to move forward, to make an apology to someone or put something from the past right again. There's some sort of karma here which says you need to put something right from your past. Or they need to put something right with you, Leo. Can always work that way as well. Okay, now funnily enough, after the High Priestess here, we've got listen to your intuition. So whether it's you or whether it's someone else, the call is for you to still tune into your intuition to make sure that you're understanding what's going on here. Someone has to balance out the scales of karma. I will do a romance angel, so if you want to flick off now, that's fine, if you're not interested in the romance side of this. Okay, and we have true love here. So therefore, the person that you're in this reading has realised they've left you behind and maybe you were the one. That's what it feels like to me. Have a fantastic day, Leo. Have a fantastic week. Thanks.